The moment has come. Got dynatek coils. 3 ohm, dual output, single fire. I chopped the leads off the old coils because they're no fucking good. And that way I'll be able to match the colors up and I won't fuck that shit up. I found some matching wires in my old pieces of Goldwing wiring harness, which is friggin' huge. And a couple other wiring harnesses in there chopped up too. But lots of good parts to siphon from. It comes with instructions and it comes with hardware. I'm glad that it at least came with the hardware because I didn't buy the wires. I bought the wires separate. 4-in-1 Moto had them pretty cheap. I think it was like 15 bucks with the can't see it now. The little clamps. Those are the leads. You put that onto the end. Throw them in there. And it comes with instructions, which is nice. I don't have to worry about it, but I did read it just to make sure. This is the pan head screws. They're for going into the two inputs of the primary. And either wire can be mounted on either terminal of the dual output coils, as they have no polarity. I had heard that before, but that kind of confirms it. So when you got these two, it doesn't matter which one they go into. And I have the extra length of wire because personally I feel like I want a little bit more, and I can do the matching colors, so I am. And I'm just gonna crimp it onto the lead with some where the hell is my stuff? Wire cutters. I'll find it. Shrink tubing, very important. I have cheap shrink tubing. I might need the bigger stuff. I got little shrink tubing, but I think I don't want the big stuff just to kind of go around the edge of it. You'll see. I don't know if I'll make a video of it, but hell, maybe I will. I'll just do a super speed.
anxiety factor with young people because we don't want them to tune out of the news. We want them to keep coming back because it's more important than ever that they're actually engaging with the content.
Tina Eggs, our host, is Chief Content Officer, and now this. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Ready to go. After I get this end. So here's what it looks like when there's too much heat on your back. Get rid of some garbage.
A little history on Hot Wheels, but first, let's do the numbers. Yeah, we're just gonna keep it profesh. Yet another big sell-off on Wall Street. The Dow Jones
They play in the sad music. Okay, you get 4 boots there to protect this part. I got caps coming in the mail too. I don't know if they're going to be here in time. I don't really want to fire it up without the new caps. And you get one 8-foot chunk. This is nice and squishy. Multi-fiber core with some insulator. That's good. Insulator.
The yield on the 10-year T-note, as you heard, rose to 2.80%.
I gotta get the
Marketplace is supported by Airtable, a content calendar, cattle tracker, fabric sourcing system, product
I'm just gonna cut it in
program,
half.
production pipeline.
2-foot lengths might be too long, but I know I'm gonna cut them down.
Airtable.com. Airtable, create your way.
I wonder,
And by Fracture,
should I rethink
creating
this?
modern photo decor and gifts by
I
printing
mean,
photos
2
directly on
feet
glass.
is gonna be
A Fracture is image
lot.
frame and mount all in one, handmade in a carbon-neutral Florida factory.
2 feet is
Learn more
quite
at
a bit.
fracture.com/marketplace. And by
Like
Boston
from
Beer
there.
Company, brewing standalone
Yeah.
Boston lager since
Maybe I want to
1994.
reconsider this.
They sort of describe as the algorithm, where you don't know how your videos are being surfaced, and any video can
Yeah.
suddenly not be
Got a
in the
pretty
page
good
of
amount
the
for later. I could make
algorithm,
2 or 3 out of
find
this.
your reviews,
They gave me 8
and,
feet.
a lot less
They figured that was
for
symmetrical.
the videos that you're putting out. Yeah, so how is that? You
Now,
found
as
the
far
balance
as,
I think before,
I wonder if I could get like
tactic for how to gain the
shielding
system,
off.
for how to make sense of it.
That would be
But
so
now
nice if I
much
could
of it
protect them.
is very opaque and constantly changing. So, people constantly debate about how often you should upload your
Nope, I think you put the wire in, and I know you have to cut the end of it off so you can wrap it around. But how does that hold it? Why is that like that? Let's check this out. I'll be right back. Alright, so I looked into it, and apparently all you do is you just cut back the stuff on it, and then you peel that over,
And so, started
I don't know how easy this is going to be to do.
That is great.
Don't think my wire stripper
Planning
will
how difficult it is as a TV critic to
actually
try to
strip
keep up
something this
with all the
big.
stuff coming out. You've already
I don't
spoken
think
to
it will.
of Homer
Oh, maybe it
Simpson.
will. Alright, let's
This
see.
is from The Simpsons, so it's
Yeah,
from
it
a
does.
broadcast show,
Yeah.
but it's when Homer Simpson became a TV critic.
Alright,
And,
so,
and then
I missed that. When
I got
did you
lucky.
become a TV critic?
just a couple of
Supposedly what you do,
Yeah, it was like a few weeks ago. And
bend that over,
he becomes a TV critic. Technically, he's a recapper.
get it in there
Just recounting what
that
went on.
way.
And,
Now, I don't have a crimp tool.
when you think of Homer
I
Simpson,
suck.
Sadly,
Rather, I haven't felt like
good idea.
purchasing one of those or stealing one.
But,
I should probably
they
just steal
call
one.
him in this conglomerate.
And I just gotta crimp it manually.
Is this made up conglomerate? Very
So, before I get into it any further, I'm gonna put these goddamn boots
It's
on.
so interesting to compare how Stephen Colbert has changed from the time he was on the Colbert.
These are
Report.
7mm
The Colbert Report, everything had to be
cables, by
cast
the way.
in terms of his persona, and on the Late Show.
It is a perfect example where there are so many
Number
stories
4,
in
doesn't
film
matter
and
which
TV
side it goes in.
that would have populated an entire season's worth
Slides
of
in pretty
television,
nice.
this one show just 10 years ago.
Did you have a favorite TV moment of the year?
I did.
I do the
and,
WD-40 so it slides
if-
on there
if
well.
there are any people left who have not seen it, I cannot stress enough how you really have
Here
to.
we go.
because I've seen it so many times
That was
by
number
now, but
4.
It makes me happy. It makes
Number
me
1.
weepy. It just hits all the emotions beautifully. It was when James Corden on the Late
Out of the
Late Show
way.
did a carpool karaoke with Paul McCartney, but it was extended. It started off with him driving Paul McCartney in Liverpool through and on Penny Lane. while
There we
he
go.
sang along, but it ended up with so much more. So I'll play a little bit of the start of that, but for the rest of it, please seek it out for yourself.
Give it up.
NPR Wine Club.
It's just Murphy's Law kicking in that I would happen to tighten down, put on the wrong plug wires to the coil that I had kind of labeled by the color specifically. Okay, and I'm not tightening them on super tight. Don't want to fuck that up. Okay, ready to go. Just need some boots, and I gotta make some brackets because these need to mount on this way, but the holes go this way. Let's look for some brackets. Okay, I checked it out. I was correct. The left-hand coil fires 1 and 4, and that one is the orange lead. The gray one does 2 and 3. So I was right in how I accidentally put the wrong wires, that because they were longer. You know, you want longer wires to go to the 1 and 4 because they have to reach a further distance. Yeah, front of the bike. Good to know. Left is, you know, left of the front when you're sitting on it. Yeah, that's how it goes. Right at the moment I found some brackets, and right now the hole's just not big enough. I seen a guy, he used the same exact brackets. That's basically all you gotta do. So I'm just poking around, see if I can find the right size bit. It's just gonna be a little bit bigger. That was the exact same size, of course. That's what I grabbed first. It's because my eyes honed into that. Looks like this one will probably work just fine. Boop. I'm gonna clean this off before I get some more carburetors on this fucking thing. Chunks of metal and fucking clogging up shit. Okay, so these. Oh yeah. That means these are gonna have to go through here, and I'm gonna need some bolts for this. Whoops. I wonder if I got something that's gonna work then. Time to go searching for some bolts, because, you know, that goes in there, and then goes through like that, and then what? Yeah, it's gonna be like that. So I'm going to put these probably onto here first. And I gotta remember if it's this one or this one. I'll figure it out. Cool. So I found some 1/4 inch bolts, because this is an American coil. I believe it says made in USA on the box. I think so. Wait, I want to be sure. Come on, man. Warranty. Damn, it would be really cool if they could say made in USA. Dynatek. I'll have to look into that. I mean, good looking product with California. With shitty Xerox instructions. I don't know, man. It doesn't say where it's made. I kind of wonder, like, is this legal? To have something that doesn't say where it's made on it? Weird. Okay. I'm gonna have to look that up and see where dynacoils come from. Son of a bitch. So I'm gonna plan to push this coil to the outside a little bit, so I'm going to mount it on the right, and I did get some lock washers, because lock washers are fucking important, and I'm going to try my darndest to get them on there at a ripe 90 degrees, because it's going to be fairly critical of the alignment. I don't know. Super. Jesus. I don't know how it is for anybody else, but I really get into what I do, and my wife's not home to cook for me, that's not an excuse, but I come in and I get into this and I don't eat and I'm hungry. I'm gonna have to do this and make myself some freaking food. I'm wondering if I put these go in the right direction. We're gonna see if it fits in there reasonably. And oh, I got this weird feeling that I should probably reverse them. Shit. Yep. Alright. Yeah. Okay. The only thing I can hope for is that they still fit together next to each other. That must be what they did. So, my assumption was that I would be able to have these out, but I think I want to turn that around. So, second tip, do that. Be right back. Alright, I didn't do the other one yet, but I'm just trying this out. I reversed the prongs on this. And we'll see.
And it's also to take account of the fact that when SUNY 2020, which was the first tuition plan,
I'm really wondering
to be a
if when I get the next one in here,
that could be predictable,
if it, no, that fucking coil, it's not gonna fit. So, I will have to make a spacer or find some spacers in there because the distance it's on there would end up crushing them anyway, but I kind of want to like move this one like back a little bit, as long as I can kind of put it in the middle. We'll see what I can find. This isn't that easy. Alright, I'm gonna see if something like this works to create the space on there. They'll fit okay. This one seems really close, like oddly much closer. Alright, so I was just curious but I gotta reverse these ones too. Alright, so we're gonna watch the struggle again. I put those, I had to bend the tab over a little bit. Show you. That tab that's like this one in the back, I had to bend it over. So it's putting the coil on a slant. I turn the washer around backwards. I put it on the outside because now the bolt's going to be really friggin' long. Now I'm going to try putting this in between there. So just take a pair of leaned up like that. Doesn't look too bad. You know, that'll work. They're not moving. Shake them, they don't go anywhere. They are touching each other. And I hope that that's not a problem. I don't believe it would be, because obviously they're just coated in insulation material. I don't think they get hot. Man, alright. Move up this wire too. Don't want it going anywhere where it's gonna get pinched by some shit. There's an issue that's wrong with you.
And I think, if there's a...
So, while I'm waiting for him, I'll stick the carbs back on. Don't forget, set your heater down here and warm up these boots. That helps them go on a little bit easier, because they're better when they're warmer to put on like that. I always got a rag sitting here so I don't scratch shit up. Yeah, we'll see you next time when I fire it up. I'll just add that right to the end of the video. I'm gonna see if this bastard starts up. I charged up my battery, so maybe it'll cause enough crank. Who knows? Oh, hell no. There's definitely not enough. Alright, more crank. So, I think I have a break because I pulled this away down here and fiddled with it. And now I'm getting some popping and some backfiring. Maybe it just needs to warm up a little bit. But it's ripping now, so that's good. Which basically means I feel like I might have to pull apart all those wires leading back to the TCI. That pop-in still isn't good. Which side is it? It's this side. It's misfiring every once in a while. It's getting pretty hot though. See? I think it's because this shit over here decides to fuck up. If I do that, what happens? It doesn't like being all that wiggled. Angry. Says, why are you wiggling me? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Yeah, it's pissed. It's like, you're wiggling the shit out of me. Yeah, let's see what happens. Really didn't like that. So that was funny. I ran into something I hadn't anticipated. Is that basically my shit is still fucking smoky as fucking here. Oh my god. At least it's burning all the unspent fuel out of that one cylinder. Oh my god. It's cold out here. So I'm gonna take all those wires apart that go from the pickup coil over. I'm gonna retest them all again. I'm thinking that's gotta be it. I'd hate to have to buy new pickups now. Bitch. So I don't know which one of these is the one that does, you know, 1 or 2 or 4. Well, actually, wait, I take it back. I know it for a fact, because it would only make sense that the left coil is the one with the orange wire, right? So I thought this was the one that I was having trouble with, because it's fucking flopping all over the place and that damn thing's going. But this one right here, if I fiddle around with this right down here, I can kind of get it to jump right there. That puts up the resistance friggin' high. Right down there. And that goes back to normal. Right as I squeeze it. Right. Come on. Don't make me look like a fool. Oh, right there. She curls towards it like a plant and clutches her belly in a startlingly unchildlike manner. The glass of the window fairly fogs up. I just got it almost to like stay at like a high resistance. Right, oh. I'm thinking right in there is maybe where I got some trouble. Right in here. And that would be the orange and black side. Right. Okay, so given that I believe this is the pickup, I think 790 is fine. It might be a little bit high, but I'll just see what it looks like on the other one. I just pulled the plug from this thing. That's the plug that goes back to the TCI. That's how I've been testing it. But I know some guys take it all the way back to the TCI and test it there. Or maybe whatever. Anyway, so here's the blue one. If you fiddle with it, you get very little. Nothing changes right here. That's freaking great. So that's making me think that the blue coils, if the orange coil, I mean, the orange wire is the one that's giving me shit.
A journalist was doing a story on the windows for the Times. He asked me if this is a dream come true. Well, it is a dream. It's logical, I replied. One of my parents is a psychiatrist and the other one is a department store window. He doesn't laugh at my joke, but it's half true. One of my parents is a psychiatrist. The other is an MD who also does psychotherapy. I've been in therapy myself for 7 years. The difference between seeing a shrink and being a shrink is not only less pronounced than I imagined it might be. It
Seems to be a little bit better now. You saw that. I did manage to get some fluctuation, and the wire down here is a little bit, you know, see that? It could be where I have a break. I don't think I should be moving so much. And my phone's going off. So, I'm gonna take out this whole wire and clean all that up back to there. We're gonna see what that does. So, I'm at the point where I feel really bad to take apart the heat shield that's on it, but I can't understand why this heat shield would only go like right to there, because this wire, this whole wire, I took it all off. It runs all the way along, right along the fucking exhaust header, so it's like, really? That much? This part doesn't even get as hot. Well, anyway, the orange wire, I believe, is my finicky one, because right there, if I touch that, you see how it's going crazy, and I'm touching it right there, which means that somewhere either down to this part right here where it starts to fiddle, I get, yeah, like right, got it, wherever I get it to fuck up the most. See, I did a lot of repairs on it, but the repairs only went to as far as I could get to, right, yeah, it doesn't happen if I friggin' straight up pull on it, but this was right about where it was right there, and this thing was on it, and I fiddled with it, and it kind of got better. So it's, I think in my, I was about ready to cut it all off because I thought it was in here, but this is all freshly repaired, and this part right here is good, but it's right down in here. Anyway, it's just such a finicky bastard. And you realize that right, I didn't even know, right to here they just button jump the steel wires to the copper wires, and they're like brand new, and it's really rubbery, and I guess it's just designed to move really nicely. And that's not where the issue is. It does look like shit though, like they squeezed it and shrinked it on really good, but I doubt that that's a bad connection, unless it was like literally right there where it started to fuck up. But I don't see it. Don't see it getting finicky. It's like right here. I just gotta be really scrupulous about this and make sure that where I'm going at it is the right part. So, continue on to chase the electrical gremlin. So, I narrowed it down. I remembered that this wire was one of the ones that I did not repair. I believe that either somebody had previously done a solder repair to the brakes and the wires, or they had put on new pickups and were too lazy to run the new wire, which is a shame because I would love to have a brand new fucking wire to go back to the TCI. But if you watch the numbers, I'm sure you can see them. Numbers there. As I fiddle with this, right, the more I fuck with it, if I go just like that and bend it straight, and I don't think it's because I'm touching it and adding crazy resistance, right there, it just says fuck you. It's not so much this down here, that right there is good, this part of the wire here is good, but as soon as I dick with this, they're really stiff wire that they added in, right there, gone, resistance, way off the scale. That's showing me that there's a break in there. So I'm gonna replace all this, and I had butchered a little bit because I had to get a brand new X-Acto blade just to cut the shit off, because I projected it. I thought it was just, you know, need to be held together better. So we're gonna do that, and then I don't know. I'm not gonna run it all the way back underneath until I'm sure it's good, but we're gonna keep going. Okay, I'm really happy now that normal people would be pissed about. I literally just undid this right here that was holding it on, and it just fell right out. Very promising that this was the exact spot where my brake was. So I didn't resolder that on, it was just like that. Oh my god. So I'm gonna just replace all this shitty ass wire and try to solder this as best I can to it. I feel really bad having to get so close to that, but I don't have a choice. This is it, man. You know when you invest so much money into a bike just because you want to see it run, you have to see it run. I've heard it's, you know, passion of love. I'll love this thing when I'm riding it through the woods. Okay, so I've left it connected to the same prong the whole time, same two prongs, and now it's good. That right there, this wire is a little stiff, but it's not like I really got a choice. That was where the brake was. It's together and it doesn't move at all. That there seems pretty good. Freaking sweet. Because I know I already replaced all the others. So I'll have to kink this really good just to make sure it doesn't bend it too much. This one held on really good. It doesn't actually move with it, but I can still stick them back into the clamp if I needed to. Because it moves this way. So that technically would pull it. And by the way, it's not getting any interference from the reluctor, because I made sure that the reluctor was facing that way. It's not why I had that mark on there, but there's the reluctor. That's the little tit that passes by them and That would make your resistance go up or down. Probably make it go up, because I remember turning it before. It would do that. But we'll see how this goes.